What's going on, guys? Mateo Potato back here with another video for you, and this is something a little bit different. So I've been kind of mulling this over, and I've really wanted to do this for a while, but I wasn't sure how it would go. Pull up on whether or not I should do a collections video. You know, it got a lot of positive response. I'm pretty sure it was 100% yes, do a collections video. So that's what this is. This is something I've tried before, and it just really didn't come out the way that I would have liked it to. So I'm trying it again. And this is also going to be kind of like an update video / message video, but that's after everything. So let's go! And just like every collections video, we will start at the top shelf, where we have the biggest boys in my collection, Primus and Unicron, along with a little dead end there sitting in Unicron's palm. Right below them, we have Heralds of Unicron. I really wanted to like do a display with these guys, especially when Titan Returns, Scourge, and Sweeps came out. I thought it would be really cool just to have like my little own armada, and hopefully I can add on to them with some masterpiece stuff, maybe some older stuff like the Titaniums. I'm all for adding additional Sweeps, you know. They're kind of like my one troop builder that I can't get enough of. We've got 3 Titans Return Scourge / Sweeps in the back. We've got the Generation Scourge, Universe 2.0 Galvatron. Not the best figure, but it works as a representation for what I need it to do. And we have Universe Cyclonus, who's a wonderful figure. I love that toy. If you haven't checked out my review of him and Reveal the Shield, there we go. Tracks, you should definitely do that. And then another sweep. So hopefully I can pick up some more sweeps just to add to this, but I think that looks really nice just on its own. You've got God, you've got Satan, you've got Satan's little plaything in there, and you've got the minions of Unicron. Alright, and so for the rest of these videos I'm probably going to have to use a lamp here, because my shelving is really deep, and the one light that I have in here doesn't quite reach everything, so I apologize for the really crappy lighting. But this is like my mixed shelf. You know, a lot of my shelves are just kind of mixed together, but these are what I feel like deserve to be on the top shelf. Originally it was supposed to be a record shelf, as you can probably tell, but that's enough of that. So in the back here we have Generations Brainstorm, Voyager class. I really like this Brainstorm. I think it works really well. Love his little headmaster too. Masterpiece Inferno, from that unboxing video that I did, and right now he's honestly probably my favorite pickup of the year. I love this friggin' toy. It's so great. Titans Return Blaster and Broadside. You know, a lot of people really hate on Broadside, but I kind of like him. His jet mode's a little blah, but Broadside's alt modes weren't always the best to begin with, so yeah, I kind of like him. Cyber Battalion Shockwave, the best looking Shockwave in my opinion that we have ever had. Generations Roadbuster. You know, I actually kind of like that toy. You know, I like it a lot more than I thought I would, with his little record symbol. And we have the lovely couple, Chromium and Rewind. I thought that's probably the best way to display them was together. So, you have Beast Wars? I'm pretty sure it's Beast Wars, but it's Clawjaw, I think. Turns into like a bug. I know he's a Predacon. I'd assume it's Clawjaw, not Manterror. Manterror actually looking forward to getting. Reveal the Shield Jazz, with his doors closed, because I believe that's how Jazz should be displayed. Personally, that's just my personal taste. The Bros, Topspin and Twin Twist, who I had to keep away from Stalker, for obvious reasons. Power of the Primes, Battle Trap. And I love this stupid thing. You know, I never thought that a Duocon would happen in my lifetime, and yet here it is. And with leaks of Skytread aka Flywheels, coming in Siege. I am very much looking forward to those. We have the Clone 2-pack from Walgreens. It's Cloud Raker and Wingspan. I got those for Christmas last year, and I really dig these little dudes. I would love to pick up Fastlane and Pounce at some point in the future, but not for, you know, north of, you know, 20 bucks. Because it's kind of hard to find them at a price lower than that. So, yeah. And this, I'm fairly certain, is a BotCon. I could be mistaken, but I've done research on it. It's a BotCon, don't know what year, Cybertron Legends class Skywarp, and he is wonderful. Easily my favorite out of that. We'll get to another one here pretty soon. Next shelf down, we have the Dinobots. Swoop, Sludge, Snarl, and Slag, or Slug, whichever you prefer. You'll notice a couple are missing. Grimlock is actually on my girlfriend's desk at work. That's her favorite Dinobot, probably her favorite Transformer, so I let her bring him to work, and that's where he resides for the time being. And Slash, I actually just sent my Slash away to somebody, so hopefully I can pick up another one and have the Dinobots all complete again. Oh, I gotta start crouching for this. Okay. Again, I apologize for the really crappy lighting here. So this is kind of like my big shelf. This is where all of my Gestalts, or most of my Gestalts, reside. In the back there we have Cybertron Metroplex, towering over the combiners, because he is a massive boy, and I love him to death. In the back there we have G2 Superion, wonderful color scheme. G2 Menasor, I love his Skittle colors. Yeah. The Carbots, not so much. The whole combiner itself is wonderful. The individual bots, little iffy, but that's okay. Love them anyways. Ah yes, Power of the Primes Abominus, who has been the bane of my life for the past month and a half or so. I really hope you guys enjoyed the review on him. I worked really hard on that. And really, overall, I love this figure. You know, I have my gripes here and there with Cutthroat and everything, with Hunger a little bit, and maybe some of the Ratchets are a bit weak, but I love this figure overall, and he's just perfection for what I wanted out of an Abominus. At their feet, we have Prime Rumble, who I actually really like, and I actually kind of want to make a custom of. Not really sure into who, but I like this. Maybe not as Rumble, but as Earth Frenzy, whichever one you prefer. But as an overall individual character, I love it. Next to him we have Fall of Cybertron Cliff Jumper and Classics Bumblebee, who will probably be appearing in more stop motion skits in the future. Alrighty, and in the back here we've got Universe Onslaught. Really good toy. I like the fact that we got the torso bots to certain combiners that didn't combine. You know, maybe gave them like a little bit of differentiation, I guess, is what I'm trying to think of. Next we have Blitzwing way in the back there. And Cyber Battalion Prowl. That Prowl is actually really nice. It's a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be. Better than most of these Cyber Battalion stuff. Maybe except for Shockwave. Here we have Power of the Primes Orion Pax and Power of the Primes Hot Rod. I'm probably one of the lesser people who enjoyed the smaller bots of the leader class in Power of the Primes rather than the combined forms. I love that Orion Pax, and I love that Hot Rod. That's probably the best Hot Rod we've had in a very long time. So, yeah, they stay separate from their armor. Next up, we have a Prime from RID 2.0. He's wonderful. He has like angel wings. He's pretty cool. And Cup, way in the back. Generations Cup. Lovely toy. In front of him, we have... sorry about the lighting. Terribly sorry. We have Classic Starscream. And we also have Universe Classics, I don't know. Acid Storm. Same exact mold, same exact figure, different paint scheme. And I love it. Acid Storm's probably my favorite Seeker,
simply because he's very obscure and he's a super nice color. Reveal the Shield Wheeljack and Titans Return Blur, both wonderful toys. Titans Return Twinferno. Sadly, he doesn't have any of his buddies to hang out with, but hopefully the rest of the Monsibots I will be able to get a hold of soon. And we have Thermidor, who I don't think I like as much as Bisque, but simply because the colors aren't as wacky and the head sculpt isn't as wonderful, but you know, I like him all the same. The Legends class Sunstorm from Cybertron, wonderful toy, same as Skywarp. Universe 2.0 Prowl. I didn't think I would like this mold until I got a hold of it, and boy, do I really like this toy. Love it. And that brings me to my favorite of the RID 2.0 line, Stormshot. This is like one of the most perfect toys I think I've ever messed with. Pretty sure I put him on my 17 of 17 list last year. He's wonderful for what he is. You know, I love him, and I really wish they'd done more of him with different head and different colors for the Seekers. But instead we got the Starscream molds from that. And down here we have my movie shelf. It's pretty small right now, you know, but I do plan on getting more of the Studio Series stuff. I gotta get, you know, more room for them, because those I think are the definitive versions of these characters, and I would love to see some of like Last Night Megatron or Scorn or Studio Series Barricade would be wonderful. Barricade decides to fall over. Good enough. He'll stay in there. Or even the Wreckers. The Wreckers would be really cool too. Alright, starting in the back we have Blackout, who I think is wonderful in both modes. However, his robot mode is very much a Voyager class. It's really his vehicle mode that bumps him up to the later price point. Next to him we have Nitro Zeus. Way in the back there, he's your boy. And Scorn, my favorite of the movie Dinobots. And then we have the Last Night Hound, who I thought I would love a lot more than I actually do, because everybody was raving about him, and I just don't think he's all that good. I mean, he's good, he's just not as good as everybody says this guy is. Voyager class Megatron, who is one of the best movie formers that I've ever owned. Studio Series Prime, really not giving a shit, just kind of chilling out. Studio Series Stinger, Jazz, and Bumblebee, all of the tiny Carbots hanging out together. If I had to pick a favorite, Jazz. I've been waiting a lot of years for a good Jazz toy, and we finally got one! Yay! Stinger's a close second. Bumblebee is a very far last place. We have Revenge of the Fallen Breakaway. I actually really like his little dumpy robot mode. He's adorable. And Ravage, ya boy, my favorite catbot. Alright, and a little bit farther back we have the Last Night Barricade, who I don't think is bad. I just would prefer the older Barricade toys, maybe Dark of the Moon Barricade a little bit more. We have Topspin and Roadbuster. Yeah, Roadbuster. I did a review on these guys a while ago, and I think I said I liked them a lot, which is still true, but they're not, you know, the best of figures. And in front here we have Ratchet, the red repaint from Dark of the Moon, and I really like this toy. I should probably go back and re-review it, because my review for that sucks. Like, I was sick and just a lot of awful things were happening. So, I might go back and re-review him. But yeah, that's my whole movie shelf and the end of this really tall and intimidating shelf. Moving over to my next shelf, we have, most of my childhood and my pride and joy. But before we do that, we're going to start up here at the top. We're going to go with something that's not a Transformer. It is my girlfriend's Gypsy Danger Battle Damage. She loves this thing, but she prefers to keep it in the packaging. And I can't say I blame her, because I also keep
the very thing that kept me into Transformers in the packaging. This is something that a fan sent to me, who I am extremely grateful for. Transformers Generation 2 Sea Spray. I literally almost broke into tears when I saw this. For those of you who don't know, my great-grandfather got me into Transformers by buying me this exact toy because he thought it was a Hot Wheels car. And when he passed away, I left it with him. You know, I put it in his coffin. I never saw it again. Never had a Sea Spray G1 or G2 ever since, up until recently. And I just had to put it above the rest of my collection because it means so much to me. Alright, getting away from the sentimental, you know, heartfelt stuff, we have stuff that I had as a kid, which is, I guess, is kind of the same thing. We have G1 Trypticon wear and tear stickers, but overall he's in pretty decent shape. Doesn't walk anymore, sadly. And his head can't rotate all the way because if you look right in there, way in there, he's got a pins popping out, so I can't really turn his head all the way anymore. But he's a wonderful piece. Behind him is a headless Scorponok body, who I intend to get the head for and helmet for very soon. And a headless Power of the Primes, Master Force Power Master Optimus Prime. He comes with just about all of his pieces except for his guns that go on his shoulders and his headpiece, clearly. But that's all he's missing, so it's a pretty good find. G1 Metroplex, broken antenna there, missing some pieces, but that's okay. And this guy, who I really enjoy, this is a knockoff of the Brave Combiner God Max. He's made up of 3 robots. The head of the 3rd robot turns into the gun, which is friggin' amazing. He's got a bird chest and an awkward-sized crown. The car robot in the middle is easily my favorite out of all those guys. So, but yeah, he's gigantic. He's taller than Metroplex. So, he's about the size of Prime after Optimus Prime. Maybe once I get the headpiece, he'll be a little bit shorter, but... Moving on down here, we've got a Stalker. Had to keep him away from certain characters, such as these two. Twin Twist and Topspin. Behind them we have Cup and Blur. Good boys. With a knockoff Micromaster Combiner Superion. Really crappy stickers, but overall not terrible. Makes like a really neat little individual piece for the Micromaster teams. Down here we've got Slag, or Slug. I prefer Slag. You know, my G1 buddy, chilling out. Moving this way, we've got 3 out of the 6, or not 3, duh, 4 out of the 6 Seacons, missing certain pieces, but all combined up. We have Snaptrap with Scalor, and his feet are made out of Tentakill and Nautilor. No, Sea-Wing. There we go, Sea-Wing, the Manta Ray one. Yes. I love the Seacons. They're my favorite combiner team, and I'm ashamed I don't have all of them just yet. But I'm hoping to in the future, because I will own that combiner. And the leader boys themselves, G1 Optimus and G1 Megatron, standing proud in the front of the whole big shebang. Next spot over, we have an RID Mega Octane, and an RID Rodor, and an Armahide, with a G1 Swindle, and a G1 Lightspeed. With all of Ruination's pieces and bits, except for the chest piece in the back guns. But this is how I tend to keep most of my Scramble City stuff until I can, you know, get them together. But saves room. He looks really nice, all combined up. I can't wait to get the rest of the guys. G1 Hunger, really loose arms. Not really in the best condition, but none of my stuff's really in top notch. And down here we've got Wide Load and Searchlight, little throttle bots. I recently fell back in love with these guys. I loved them a long time ago. And, you know, it's just nice to have them back in hand. G1 Wheeljack, who definitely could use some love with the broken cockpit piece there. And 4 mini-bots, Tailgate, Windcharger, Gears, and Warpath. I love these little mini-bots. I really want to get Rest. I'm really looking forward to reissues that come out pretty soon. And my next shelf down, we have stuff from all ends of G1 and G2. Plus a little bit extra. So in the back here we have an Onslaught. Now you might be wondering why I didn't put him, you know, with the rest of the Scramble City stuff. Well, that's because he's got a broken peg foot. Looks like a peg or something broke off in the hip piece and now he can't combine. Poor Onslaught. A complete G1 Grapple, who I absolutely adore. I never thought Grapple would have been as cool as Inferno or Artfire, and he beats out Inferno. Doesn't quite beat out Artfire though, simply because colors aren't as good. And we've got his Architect buddy, Hoist. Those two definitely go together. And we've got G1 Siren. His head is all sorts of damage. Missing legs, missing an arm, whatever. Helmet piece is missing, but the Transtector, I think is what it's called, is still intact. Car mode looks really good. So he stands in the back. Hero G2 Optimus Prime. Wonderful toy, actually. I'd never owned it before, till recently, and I really like him. He's pretty great. G1 Cloudburst. Missing his little armor bits in his weapon, but the inner robot is inside the shell. Rotor Storm. And another one of my all-time favorites, definitely going on the list for this year, RID 1.0 Scourge. I love that toy. I love the G2 Laser Rod Prime mold. It's just fantastic. Coming on the next row here, we have Joyride and Slapdash, along with this dude, who I do not know the name to, but he is a G2 bot. These two Power Masters, I love them. I need to get a Getaway. Getaway's always been my favorite of the group, but it's just really cool to have these guys together. Next over, we have G2 Deluge, who is just terrible. He's honestly not the best at all. G1 Quake, pretty neat, missing his little cannon gun, but that's okay. G1 Landfill, not the best double target master, but he's alright in my book. We have Needle Nose, who's very, very handsome and very wonderful. And G1 Overdrive? Yeah, Overdrive. Not the best Omnibot, but certainly not the worst. And then we have Run Amok. I'm pretty sure this is Run Amok. He is missing an arm, and he's just all sorts of very simple G1. Again, I apologize for the lighting. Holy crap. This sucks. I'm so sorry. Next here we have I was told it's a 95% complete Red Alert. He's got his cannon, he's got 3 missiles, and he seems to be in pretty good condition. You know, everything holds up together fairly well. His stickers are a little worse for wear, but that's okay. You know, he's alright. And that is a Rumble Frenzy without a head, but, you know, he's got his pieces, still transforms okay. This is a Rapido from G2. Very nice. And this is G2 GoBots. Yes, that is his actual name, GoBots. I don't know why either. Then we have Sunstreaker and Blitzwing standing in the back there, along with good old Hound, because he is a zombie. Moving to the front here, we have Needle Nose, not Needle Nose, I'm a moron. That's Nose Cone. Nose Cone and Afterburner, waiting for their Technobot buddies to rescue Lightspeed and form Computron. Here we have a broken the Cliff Jumper. Pretty sure it's a Cliff Jumper.
but he's barely survived my childhood. He's barely survived my childhood, so it's not very shiny for him. And these are all the Micromasters I've got. Some of them form the orange Devastator like Micromaster Combiner. Not terrible, but also not the best. I've got 5 actual Micromaster toys in Stakeout, Greaser, Powertrain, Flak, Jetman. Yeah, let's go with Jetman. Over here we have GoBot's Fightor and a little, I don't know if he's like a McDonald's thing, if he's like a, I don't know. But he's a neat little addition. So that's all of that shelf. And with that completes my G1 collection. I'm probably going to start narrowing my collection down a lot to just this stuff. So, yeah. A little bit further down, we have Unicron Trilogy stuff, except for Optimal Optimus in the back there because he didn't really fit anywhere else. But starting off the Unicron Trilogy stuff, we have Cybertron Optimus Prime and Cybertron Megatron, because boy are they absolutely lovely. And next to them we have Energon Scorponok. Not as lovely, but really, really decent. I love that toy. Fantastic. In front of him we have a not so good Energon Optimus Prime. Tubdimus, I will fix you one day with a wing saber. Until then, you will have to suffer. Next to him, we have a Energon Rodimus Prime and a Minicon. That is Thrust's Minicon, if I remember correctly. Inferno, I think is his name. Yeah. And we have the movie repaint of Cybertron Wing Saber. I actually don't know his name, but he is a Wing Saber. So, he's close enough, I guess. Energon Bulkhead. Not too shabby of a figure, honestly. I really like him. Down here we've got a Cybertron repaint of one of the Minicons, or this is technically like the Universe version. I don't know. He's a Minicon. He goes here. Same with Drivetrain and Commodore down here. Next up we have Armada Optimus Prime or Bendimus Prime, whichever you prefer. Love this toy. Something I had as a kid. And he has the Energon version of the Star Saber. Because that's where it belongs. It belongs in the hands of a Prime, and certainly not that one over there. Behind him, we have Double Jetfire in Armada and Energon. I really like these guys. I love the way that these two look together. I just need the Cybertron one, because I love Unicron Trilogy Jetfire. Just love his character. So, yeah. Down here we have Energon Inferno, one of the heroes of Energon, I think, personally. And here we have Skyblast, or Skyblast? Yeah, I think it was Skyblast. I had him as a kid, and I loved him, so that's where he stays, right front and center. In front of Cybertron Cannonball. Yeah, so this is most of my Unicron Trilogy stuff. You know, I love the Unicron Trilogy because that's what I grew up with, and I recognize that it's not very good, so you can all take my opinion and do what you will with it, because we all have our own. Alright, next shelf down is very, very empty. As you can see, I made room for some stuff, you know, just in case I get anything else. But I still have some more Unicron Trilogy stuff. So in the back there, we have, that is Overload, who, he and Jetfire are actually waiting for the Leader Class Prime to combine. Save me some space. We have Armada Demolisher in the back, and Cybertron Quick Mix. We have Cybertron Overdrive. Really, really wonderful toy. I want to get the MMC version. We have Cybertron Downshift and Armada Thrust. And in front of them, we have Armada Blur and Armada Sideways with Strong Arm from Energon with a wrong Energon star. But yeah, I would have actually really liked to see that contact shot that Meg Toys made be repainted this. I saw a digibash of it and it looked phenomenal. So yeah. And then way over here, last but not least, we have Armada Voyager class Starscream, the real hero of the Unicron trilogy, if I ever knew him. So that's really the last shelf in my collection. And that honestly is my entire collection. I know it's not very big. I actually have a box of figures here next to me that I actually need to find more display space for. I actually need to make more room. So, yeah. And we have other odds and ends, like I showed off the Pacific Rim figure earlier. I have several Black Series Stormtroopers, Godzilla Bank, a Thor, some Gundams. But to be honest, that's just about the entirety of my collection. I haven't counted since I've renovated the collection and moved stuff out, but it's up there for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this room tour. Now on to the actual announcement part of the video. And that's the room tour. I know it's not a lot. I have a bunch of other stuff that's non-Transformers related, like my Gundams and my Stormtrooper stuff, Clone Trooper stuff, Thanos, the Pacific Rim thing you saw earlier. But I really wanted to focus on my Transformers collection because that has to do with what I'm talking about now. But before I get too carried away, I did forget a figure that I added in my collection today. This is Cyberverse Ultimate Class Megatron, the one that people are calling Beef Tank, and I see why. He is a real chunky dude in a real chunky tank form, and I love him. He's wonderful. I'm so happy I picked him up. This is a video to people who have been sending me gifts. I love the things that you guys send me. You have no idea how grateful I am for this. I love the fact that I'll come home from a really crappy day at work and there will be a package with a really nice, wonderful note written on it saying I've made somebody's day or I've made them really happy. You have no idea how much that brings a smile to my face. I love the feeling. Unfortunately, in this living situation that I'm in, this is basically all the space I have. I'm really running out of room, and I don't have space to display everything. I still have 2 big boxes full of robots that I can't display just because I don't have any room. I don't have a place to put them. We are talking about rearranging this room, maybe getting some more shelves, maybe getting rid of this entertainment center that my phone's on right now. But until that happens, I really can't accept anything else. And if you have something coming in the mail to me, I cannot thank you enough. I can't stress that enough. I don't deserve you guys sending me stuff, but I love the fact that, you know, there are people just thinking, maybe Potato would like this. You know, there are just people who think of me or think of what I do and love what I do and want to support and participate in this. And I can't thank you enough for that. Just unfortunately, as of this video, I'm not going to be able to accept any more donations or any more gifts simply because I don't have the space. And if you have something in the mail coming to me, that's fine. Just from this moment on, I can't accept anymore. Or else my whole spare bedroom is going to be covered in robots, and this is also our guest room. So I apologize if I'm coming off as, oh, I don't want your gifts, bleh, I don't want your free stuff. I couldn't be more grateful. At the same time, I really have to think of my living situation. So take that as you will. I love everything you guys do for me. I love everything that you guys send me. I love that you guys are probably watching this. I apologize, I can't accept anything else, or I can't give back to you guys. I guess the best way to just do that is to keep making content, I guess. I don't know.
I'm not good at this whole thing. Just know that I really appreciate you guys and appreciate what you do for me. And know that even though I can't accept things, I'm always accepting of your appreciation. So that's about it for me. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this room tour. Sorry you didn't really get to see everything, like the Gundams and Stormtroopers and clones and stuff like that. That's just other things. I might do that in another video later on, non-Transformers related, I don't know. I do have some pretty cool Gundams. But that's just me. That's it for this video. Like, subscribe, do whatever it is you guys do. And I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.